Hello dear viewers, and greetings once again from the chaotic Saigon. Not sure what to say apart from being hot and extremely noisy here, and taking a bus to Cambodia from this place. But before I do that, there is one additional quest for me to fulfill, and that quest is of course to review another Saigonese kebab. So the place that I'm heading to is called Kebab Shack, and as always I'm quite excited to sample what's in the store for us there. As I'm walking there, you can see what sidewalks are generally used for in Vietnam. To park your motorbike, number one. To run your restaurant or some other kind of business, number two. And number three, to throw garbage on it. Walking generally does not go into the calculation. So this is how the street looks like. And now somewhere here we should be able to find the Kebab Shack. Okay, so the Kebab Shack seems to be right behind me. You can see the sign written there. It's a bit hard to find it because in the front it says something like mixed drinks, and this sign is only displayed from one end. So from the end where I came it was saying something else, and then I thought that maybe they closed the business in the meantime. Happens a lot in Vietnam. You find a place on Google Maps, by the time you come there nothing like that exists anymore. Let's dive into this. Let's jump into the shop and see what we can order there. Kebab?
Kebab?
Yeah.
Yep.
Here?
One kebab. Excuse me, sir. You eat in or take away?
I eat here.
Okay.
Okay, so while we are waiting, I guess I could show you how the menu looks like here. So there's 6 types of a kebab: original, Greek one, cheesy one, German, Frenchy and hot one. And you can choose the types of meat between chicken, spiced chicken, pulled pork, big beef and lamb. I went for the chicken one, I guess it was shawarma chicken. And you could also choose Turkish bread, gyro or a salad bowl. I'm not sure what gyro is, I guess it's a wrap. We'll see which one I get. I don't think I explicitly chose any one of those. The price is 170k to 190k, plus optionally up to 30k for lamb or beef. 30k is 1 pound if this one costs 6 pounds. And if you use like a lamb, it will cost you something like 7 pounds roughly. Okay, so the meal has just arrived and this is how it looks like. Visual presentation is very good, so I got it like a wrap split in 2 parts, and there is some sauce leaking out of it, so I need to be quick with my scale action. It is served on this wooden tray, which we'll need to measure afterwards. So with the tray, 1258. And now I really need to hurry up, because from this size the sauce is just about to leak. Let's see how spicy this one is. So this place, it also has burgers and fries and all the typical Western junk food. That's why it is probably also quite pricey compared to Vietnamese food, because it caters to Western tourists. I am well aware of that, and I prefer to eat local when I can, with the exception of kebabs, because if I don't eat a kebab, you don't get this video. This shawarma chicken, it's not actual shawarma chicken, it's just a chicken fillet they fried on the grill. It does not necessarily mean it's bad, but they didn't use the vertical rotisserie, which is spinning like you would in a real shawarma. Vegetables, some tomatoes, some lettuce, some onions and jalapenos. And the chef told me he's gonna make it extra spicy for me. I'm eating it, but I just feel slight spiciness. It's definitely not outrageously spicy. This kebab is very messy. It does have a lot of sauce, which is not necessarily bad, but it's also just dripping through this paper. My hands are totally stained. Luckily, they give you this box of tissues, so you can wipe your hands afterwards. I have to say something. If this is a spicy kebab, I wonder how the non-spicy ones taste like. Because for me this has decent amount of spiciness but nothing extreme. I would expect that the very spicy one would be very spicy and that the others would be at least slightly spicy. It was more like I would imagine the Greek or the German kebab version rather than the spicy one. There is so much of this sauce. Maybe that's what the chef thought when he told me I'm gonna make it really spicy. He put a ton of it. There's something like 3 big spoons of sauce left in this paper after I finished eating it. I cannot say it really adds to the experience of eating this kebab because it's just so messy. I wish they had a bin where I could throw all of this. Quite possibly the messiest kebab ever. I've not even started eating the second half and my arms are totally drenched in the sauce. Honestly, I'm just too busy trying to eat this and minimize the amount of sauce that's leaking out that I cannot even concentrate on the taste of the kebab or on the review itself. My verdict is that it's okay. Meat is kind of plain. It's not chicken shawarma, it's chicken fillet. So I guess for Vietnamese standards this would be a good kebab, better than most others I've tried in this country. However, if I had eaten this kebab in Europe, I would consider it slightly subpar, so I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars. The taste is not that bad, but it's not amazing. The meat is the worst offender, I think. It just doesn't taste anything like the genuine shawarma chicken meat. It's just so messy that I can hardly recommend anyone to eat this. There's so much sauce left here. I'm sorry, I know this is gonna add a couple of grams extra to the weight of the plate and make it seem like the kebab is a bit smaller, but I think they deserve it with the execution. So 578. So 1258, 578. It's a decently sized kebab. That is 650 grams roughly. Actually didn't feel like that much at all. Weird. I would have thought it's maybe a 400 gram kebab. Probably a great deal of the weight is the liquid which stayed on this plate. Yeah, I think this concludes today's review and probably any review from Vietnam for the foreseeable future. This was Kebab Shack. Not the easiest place to find because there is just one sign from one end on the entrance and otherwise it says that this is some kind of a mixtape bar where they serve, I guess, cocktails or craft beers. So yeah, thanks for watching and hopefully I'll see you in another review in Cambodia next time. So, that was Kebab Shack in Ho Chi Minh City's District 1. Visually, this was one of the most impressive kebabs I have ever been served, a large wrap sliced in half and placed on a wooden cutting board. Unfortunately, the taste did not live up to the hype. My biggest complaints about the kebab are that the meat is not grilled on a vertical rotisserie and that it contains a ridiculous amount of sauce that spills all over you while you're eating it. For Vietnamese standards, this is still an above average kebab, but for European standards, this is a somewhat subpar one which scores 2.5 out of 5 for taste. Considering the price of 6.5 euros, it is only just to judge this kebab on European standards, considering it is much more expensive than the local Vietnamese food. However, for that money, it does pack quite generous 680 grams. At 104 grams per pound, it provides good value for money and it is not merely an overpriced tourist trap. A Vietnamese person would probably disagree with me on the last point, as the average Vietnamese daily wage buys just 2 of these kebabs per day. That is all for today. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time in another episode.